Hey guys, welcome again. Continuing with the weird things that Africans do or Africans think. I'm not talking against Africans, but I'm just talking and letting people know that in Africa, this is how we take life. I'm an African, this is how we take life. We've been discussing the weird things that are African, weird things that are African. And today we are going to discuss death. Death, there's nobody who dies in Africa without being bewitched. Every cause of death in Africa is you have been bewitched. Somebody has bewitched you. When you die in Africa, it is because somebody has bewitched you. And this is so. This is so. You'll always hear, that so and so died. Oh, they bewitched him. They bewitched her. That is what happens in Africa. Whenever somebody, the cause of death has always, will always be that you have been bewitched. Uh, it is funny because I don't know then how would people ever die, because when you die then you have to be bewitched. Who would if there were no bewitchers, then who would ever die? So in Africa, everybody who dies, people have to suspect somebody, that somebody have bewitched them. And this is a very weird tendency, guys. It is it is very very weird, and that is what happens in Africa. And I'm having them I'm having something that I've jotted down here, referring to something. And I thought this point is very funny, because even when somebody is sick and admitted in hospital, and everybody in the village knows that this person is sick and admitted, when this person ends up dying, they'll still say that this person was bewitched. There is also something else about marrying. When you marry a beautiful woman, this is associated with marrying a prostitute. It's funny. When somebody marries a beautiful woman, they will always say, "Ay, that person, whoa, 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 whoa. He married a prostitute. That lady is so beautiful. That one is a prostitute. Hey, is that person going to go anywhere with that wife? Wow, wow, wow. You should see how beautiful that wife is. Hey, oh, yeah, that one, I don't know where he got that prostitute from. That one, I don't know where he got that prostitute from." That is Africa for you. When you marry a beautiful woman, you have married a prostitute. And if you are disputing what I'm saying, guys, tell me whether it doesn't happen in your villages, or it never used to happen. That is what used to happen. You marry a beautiful woman, and that woman is associated with you are associated with marrying a prostitute. It is very funny. There is also this other weird habit that we Africans have. You go to an ATM and you withdraw money, and when you withdraw money from an ATM, you'll still hide behind there and start counting the money, however much it is, one by one by one by one, note. Counting money after withdrawing from an ATM is all African. Is it very familiar with you guys? Have you seen that happen? An African will not just withdraw money from an ATM and put it in the pocket and start moving out. He will hide by the corner and start counting that money by hand. And you wonder, when he counts that money and he finds that money is not suppose it is never it has never happened, but suppose he finds that money is not adding up, whom would he ask? You are in an ATM alone. Where would you go and say, okay, I withdrew this money and I counted it was less 2,000 shillings, it was less 5,000 shillings? Whom would you tell? And they would believe you. Whom do you think they would listen to you? So counting money after withdrawing from an ATM is also one of the very weird behaviors that Africans do. And I don't know whether it is familiar with you. Have you seen it happen in your did you see it happen in your locality, or do you still see it with your African friends? Do you notice that when they withdraw from an ATM, they go ahead and start counting the money? That is very, very funny. And the last one is uh, when one is okay. This one I discussed yesterday. When you are one is seated next to a white man, like in a public, you know, feeling very proud. When you are seated next to a white man, you feel very, very proud. Whether it is in a public means, public transport, or even in a personal vehicle, because you are just seated next to a white man, you feel very, very, very proud. Does this sound familiar, guys? Does it sound familiar? that when you sit next to a white man, you feel very, very good. You feel very, very special because you are seated next to a white man and you are rubbing shoulders with him. Does it sound familiar? This used to happen many times, even when I was in my young ages, and when I was young, it used to happen. So, guys, please subscribe to this channel, and let's see you in the next one. Bye bye.